All right, and so on. We go and take it on up to the that was B dominant seventh. Take it on up to C sharp minor. So you can do that when the action note that you're on, let's say it's the B here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, 5. Then you ask yourself, what cage shape is the action note on the first string? Okay, and that would be the E shape. The E shape, the root is on the first string. See how the root's down on that first string? Okay, if we started the whole thing in an A shape, well, guess what? E shape is A-shaped E is going to be up here, you know, or remove the capo so I can get down here about it, wherever this is, you know. Hey, where's my E shape? I don't know. But let's say we land on, we're on this E. So here's your bottom E, here's first octave E right here. What cage shape? So this is where we're getting into interesting stuff. What cage shape is your action note? You want to build a scale tone chord on that note. What cage shape has that action note on the third string? Now it doesn't matter if it's major or minor, and we're not worried about half diminished yet. So on the third string, let me think a second. Alright, in this case, if the action note's on the third string, it's the E shape once again. But really, if the action note's on the fourth string, you know it's going to be the A shape, right? If your action note's on the second string, oh boy, where's an E? Oh, I had it colored dark E. It was a dark E. Dark green, right? Dark E green. So if your action note's on the second string, then you know it's going to be C-shaped, right? We know that. We know from C shape right there. So that's it. Action note on the first string is E-shaped. Action note on the second string is C-shaped. Action note on the third string, once again, I think we're in E shape. Action note on string number 4 is going to be A-shaped. Action note on string number 5, you know, is going to be D-shaped. So that's important to know. That's like the last step of the process. Okay, we're still recording. I'm trying to get it into pause. It doesn't want to go into pause. So we're still recording. Okay. Alright, so we're going to finish up the lesson now. We got about 5 minutes. So you do a pattern, get into a groove. We're not going to get into that for 5 minutes now. You get into a groove where you can play the patterns, whether they be S3XL, S3L, or S2L. And you identify what is the root. Okay, in the case of Cody's song, it was B. And what is the fourth? The fourth was E. What is the fifth? The fifth is F sharp. What's F sharp? It had to be. Okay. Then you fill in the minors, and last you fill in the half diminished, which is second minor, and add the root, a diminished root, so to speak. Okay, so if the key is C, the second minor would be D minor. Here's the key of C. Second minor is D minor. And then just add the root diminished, you know. And that's how you play the diminished seventh. If you want just diminished without the seventh, you know, it can be a problem. You have to substitute the 7th for the 6th instead of just adding the 7th for to the D minor chord, of which the 6th is the relative 5th in D minor. Okay, so we have all the chords now. We have it was C sharp minor plus B flat or A sharp. As a keyboard player, when I get my songs on the internet, if I see chords that are A sharp, that throws me off. Sometimes I'll actually go and just edit in a B flat, even though the key of the song is done in sharps, because I can play a B flat a lot faster than I can play an A sharp. But anyway, at this point now, and this little red thing, it's not a planet or something. It looks like there's a yeah, that's just a light underneath it, because it's on my electric keyboard. It's a power light or something like. It's the little light that says style. That's the style light. Okay, so we fill in these values and we get the minors and we get the half diminished. Now we're going to go to this part up here, and I have to kind of zoom out a little bit for this. Next, off of each note in the patterns, play a scale tone chord. So say we're doing our little meandering around, we're doing our little solo, but we're doing it in these two patterns now. From each note, we're going to play the chord. So say we stop on the 4th. So say the key, the song's in C, it's doing something like. Alright, so we're doing that. Now we're going to do this little S2L. Okay, there's your F right there. That's the 4th. So once we know we're on the 4th, we know we want to build a 4th quality off of that. What's your 4th on the 2nd string? It's going to be C shape. We've got to do this C shape thing, Or you may just want to arpeggiate that. So in your pattern, your scalular pattern, you can go into a little C-shaped arpeggio, cage-bound arpeggio, right? Cage pentatonic scale-bound arpeggio. Okay, so instead of doing, all right, so it's 6, 7, root 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, root 2. So you're going along, you're doing this thing like. All right, then you go back to the C. Okay, so from that C, you're going to do, okay, that's a G shape. I was going to try and play something for you there. Anyway, let's move on because we're done. We have a minute. So you play the scale tone chords, or you could do the arpeggio, is what I was just explaining. To embellish, instead of doing more of a scalular solo, you can go into a chord-shaped arpeggiated solo to get somewhere. And then and then we're going to look at alright, so we're done. I've undocked this and it says what is shape on which strings. We talked about that. If 6 is on string 3, then the shape must be E minor shape. So listen, that's the method I'm using, that I'm excited to share with you about how to play along to songs. And thank you, Cody, for your song lending me to demonstrate. And everybody keep playing and keep watching, and give it a like if you like.